Hello, greetings to all Bayonetta fans. Bayonetta Origins Cereza and the Lost Demon is now playable, and the game is really quite nice, and it will show you all of the origins of Cereza in becoming Bayonetta. If you don't know, this game is a Nintendo Switch game, but if you don't have a Nintendo Switch console, then you can play this game into your PC. So in this video tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to do that. So what you need is that you will need to have all these files that I have here in my desktop into your PC, and that also you install the latest build of Ryujinx Emulator. So what's Ryujinx Emulator for those who are new? Ryujinx Emulator is a Nintendo Switch emulator that can play Nintendo Switch games into your PC as long as you have all of these files here installed in Ryujinx Emulator. Ryujinx Emulator alone can't play Nintendo Switch games without these files. So I have Bayonetta Origins Cereza, the Lost Demon here, and I have played it and it runs perfectly on it. So first of all, I'm going to teach you where to get Ryujinx. To do this, just open a web browser and just type in Ryujinx Emulator and hit search and go to ryujinx.org. That is their official website. Click on that first result. Okay. And then go to get started. And if you have a Mac device, and that is what you're using, be sure that your Mac OS is in Mac OS 11 or later version in order for you to play it. Or if you have Linux, you can download the installer here. And if you're from Windows, you can get the installer here. Since I am using Windows 11 and the latest version, the Ryujinx Emulator app runs perfectly on it with no issues at all. Since I have already installed this, I'm just going to skip at this part because the downloading and installation process for Ryujinx is really easy to do and that anyone can do this, okay? So it's really straightforward. So I'm going to minimize this and I'm going to assume that you have already downloaded and installed the latest build of Ryujinx Emulator. So what's the next step now? The next step now is that you boot up or run Ryujinx Emulator now, and then you'll be met with certain errors saying that you will need some certain files installed into your Ryujinx Emulator because without these files, Ryujinx Emulator cannot play Switch games. So to do this, these are the files that you need, okay? So what are these files? These files are the Nintendo Switch keys and the Nintendo Switch firmware. It should be in version 16 in order for you to play the latest Bayonetta Origins Cereza and the Lost Demon, and it should be in NSP or NXCI file format. So as you can see, I have the NSP file format here. So if you're asking me where to get all of these files, the only legal way to get all of these files is that you own a Nintendo Switch and that you have installed a custom firmware in it because you have modded it. So once you have a custom firmware in it, it means that you can access your Nintendo Switch system files. So once you have access on those system files, all you have to do is just copy all the firmware files and the keys files into your PC, just like this. So in order to get Bayonetta Origins, the only legal way to do this is that you buy the game, obviously, and that you own it, and you can now digitally back it up into an NSP or XCI file format so that you can have a copy of the game forever, okay? So if you don't have a Nintendo Switch, or if you have a Switch but don't know how to do all the things that I have said, so I'm just gonna save you the hassle and teach you where to get all of these files. So in order for you to get all of these files here, I'm just gonna leave a QR code here in the screen so that you'll scan it with your QR code reader so that you will be redirected to the page wherein you can get all these files. So be sure to use your QR code reader in your phone. And once you are in approms.com, all you have to do is just hover down into the middle part of the website so that you'll get Bayonetta Origins Cereza and the Lost Demon in NSP file format. Once you have that, all you have to do is just hover down to the middle part of the page so that you'll have the keys and firmware files. So be sure to check the entirety of the website in order for you to get all of these files, okay? So I'm going to assume now that you already have a copy of all these files that I have here in my desktop into your computer. So what's the next step? Next step now is to install them into Ryujinx Emulator. To do this, just go to Ryujinx, go to File, go to Open Ryujinx folder, and then Open System folder. And then open version 15 of the keys. Then all you have to do is just copy all these files, transfer them, drag and drop. This folder should be empty because it's your first installation. Close into this, then get the version 16, okay, and then copy this file so that it will rewrite the old version 15 and that you'll have the copy for the version 16. And once done, closing that, now it's time to install the firmware. To do this, all you have to do is just go to Tools, go to Install Firmware, install a firmware from XCI or zip file, click on firmware version and open. Will say that you'll have to install them, hit yes, and it'll say successfully installed. You'll know that it's successfully installed because the system version here will say the same version as the firmware. And also, it will show all the game icons for the Switch game. So if there are icons that are not showing, that means that you're using an outdated firmware and keys. So what's the next step now? The next step now is to optimize your Ryujinx Emulator so that you'll be able to play Bayonetta Origins Cereza, the Lost Demon, in the maximum performance, and there'll be no glitches and no bugs. So to do this, just go to Ryujinx, Options, and go to Settings. And then here, all you have to do is just pause the video and copy every setting that you'll see in this part of the video, okay? So game directories is where you'll put the game. It should be anywhere into your PC as long as you know where it is. The games should be in XCI or NSB file format because that is the only format that Ryujinx is capable of reading. Now go to input. So here it is better to use a controller rather than using a mouse and keyboard because that is really hard when you play Switch games. So go to player 1 and hit configure. And then your controller will be detected here. Mine is a Pro controller. If you have an Xbox or PlayStation controller here, you can just connect them and then map it up according to your liking. And the dead zone should be in 0.20% so that you'll be able to play this game with no issues at all. And there'll be no drifting, okay? So hit save. Now go to system. Again, pause the video, copy every setting that you see. Now go to graphics. So this is the most important part. Graphics back and multi-threading should be on. Graphics back and API should be in Vulkan. The preferred GPU is your dedicated graphics card. And enhancement is that you enable shader cache and enable macro HLE. Resolution scale should be 2x resolution. Or if your PC can't handle that, then you can just revert to the native resolution of the Switch. For me, it's 2x resolution because my monitor is a 1440p. And then the games will look much sharper and much beautiful with 2x resolution. Now, post-processing should be none, upscale by linear, anisotropic filtering should be auto, and aspect ratio should be in 16:9. And once done, all you have to do is hit apply and save. Now, your Ryujinx Emulator is now fully capable of playing Bayonetta Origins Cereza and the Lost Demon in its maximum performance and really optimized. So a little bit of disclaimer, I'm going to show you a gameplay of Bayonetta Origins Cereza and the Lost Demon running in my PC using Ryujinx Emulator because we all know that Nintendo is really strict on this kind of content. They don't want it to be shown here in the internet or in YouTube, as well as YouTube is very strict on this too. So if I show you a gameplay of that, my channel will be taken down and my videos will be taken down. Okay, so I hope you guys do understand all the part. But to show you some proof that this tutorial works, I'm going to run Bayonetta Origins into the title screen, and once I am in the title screen, I'm just gonna stop the emulation, okay? And also I'm just gonna blur the screen here so that there'll be no so that Nintendo will not be hit me with any of their copyright strike into my video, okay? So guys, please do understand this. So as you can see, I am now in the title screen and it runs perfectly well. So I'm just gonna stop the emulation now. So okay, so as long as you follow all the steps that I've shown you in this video tutorial, guys, I can guarantee you that you can play Bayonetta Origins Cereza and the Lost Demon and all of the other previous Nintendo Switch games into your PC with no issues at all. So if you have some questions regarding the installation process of this game, just leave a comment in the comment section below and I will try my best to answer all of them. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe to my channel. This will help me out. Thank you again. Goodbye. Goodbye for now. Bye.